What's up, Tempo friends? It is Coach Clarence, and I am super excited to have you here today for this 25-minute full body HIIT class. We are calling this one Lust for Reps because we are going after all the reps today. Listen, today's class, you're only going to need one dumbbell. You're welcome. We're going to do a nice little pyramid. We're going to go all the way up to the top, bring it all the way back down, focusing on form, but also pushing for those reps and that heart rate. So, as we always do before my class, take a wide stance with those feet, hands by your side, big deep breath in, big exhale out. All right, team, let's start to warm up that body. Now, this is one of my favorite warm-ups. I love to do this in any like full body, lower body kind of workout that I'm doing. So here's what I want you to do. We're gonna take those feet right outside the hips. Don't make them too wide. Just bring it like right outside the hips. That big toe stays faced towards Coach Clarence. You can turn the feet out a little bit, but that big toe, we're looking at each other. I want you to sit down into a squat. And listen, I understand this is your first squat today, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Now, hands are gonna go down. I want you to try to touch your big toe. As you touch that big toe, lift those hips up, just straighten the legs. Make sure that back is flat. Then sit back into the squat. Okay. Bring those hands up, stand up and squeeze. That was a lot. Let's do it again together. Squat it down. Hold that squat for just 1 second. Hands touch that big toe, lift the hips up, feel the backs of your leg. We have some dumbbell swings today, so I wanna make sure those hammies are feeling good. Squat and stand. I think you got it. Let's go through this for the next 30 seconds, okay? This is a great lower body warm up. We're getting hip flexors, we're getting quads, we're getting glutes, we're getting hamstrings. We're getting just about everything down there. It's a beautiful thing. So keep it up. You got about 10 more seconds. Try to give me one more. Breathing into this, everyone stands in 3, in 2, in 1, you're standing. Great job, shake it out. Here's what I wanna do. Come to one side of your mat. Now that we got the lower body feeling good, let's get the upper body feeling good. Reach those hands up. I want you to feel that stretch. Maybe lean to the right a little bit, lean to the left a little bit, and bring it back to center. Forward fold, inchworm it out. Here's what I want. At the bottom of this inchworm, I want you to give me a nice little downward dog. Feeling those shoulders, drop the hips down, nice little upward dog, feeling the core, the lower back. Bring it back to a high plank position. Hold it there, inchworm it back, reach it all the way up. Heart rate's starting to get up a little bit too, huh? Let's do that one more time. Inchworm it out, hold the plank for just 2 seconds. We go down dog. We drop the hips down, up dog. Find that high plank one last time. Inchworm it back, roll it up to the top. Final one together, fold forward, inchworm it out, hold that plank. Once that core is established, give me that down dog. Drop the hips, give me that up dog. Find that high plank one last time. Inchworm it all the way back. Nice and slow, roll that body up. Once you get to the center of your mat, 10 seconds left, just start to jog in place. The heart rate's feeling good because it's high to low, so let's just keep it primed right here for 3, for 2, for 1. Whew, breathe it out. All right, so hopefully, this is a HIIT class, right? Hopefully you got that heart rate monitor or that watch on. If you don't, do not worry. I'm gonna give you audible cues so that you know exactly where you're at. But we should all be at the top of zone 1, maybe into zone 2, which is great because here's how this class is gonna go. As I said in the intro, 1 weight, that's all you're gonna need. 1 dumbbell, we're gonna use that dumbbell for all of our exercises. We will be doing some weighted exercises. We'll also be doing some body weight exercises. How today's class is gonna work. We're gonna start with 1 exercise. Master it, rest. Then we're gonna do that 1 exercise with 2 exercise, rest. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, climbing all the way up. And then on the back side, we'll bring it all the way down. So without further ado, your first exercise, it's gonna be a goblet squat, which is why we did that warm up. You'll hold that 1 dumbbell, big toe face towards me, pull the hips back, sit into that squat, bring it up to the top. Let's grab that weight. We got 30 seconds on the clock. I'm looking for some good range of motion, and here's what I want, team. We're going for this goblet squat, right? Very important information. 30 seconds is on the clock. I'm looking for you to try and get that heart rate into zone 2. Now, all of you are different. You're taking this class, but none of us has the same exact body. No, everybody has something different about them. So I want you to decide the reps. Focusing on that range of motion, focusing on heart rate zone 2, push it. And squeeze, rest, rest, rest. Breathe it out. So we're feeling good, right? First exercise of the day, that goblet squat. Get used to the goblet squat because you're gonna see it a lot, okay? As we climb our way up, that is our first exercise, so you will be doing this every time now that we go through it until we get to the backside. Now exercise number 2, we're gonna go for a dumbbell swing. This is gonna be that hinge that was at the second part of that warm up, so remember it. But first, grab the weight, we squat. So going right back to the top, going for that goblet squat, and remember we talked about this during the first set. You decide the reps. What I'm looking for, push that heart rate into zone 2. If that means you have to move faster and you're giving me this with the range of motion, don't do that, friend. Keep those feet flat, big toe face forward, sit those hips back. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Good job. Finish that last one out and rest it out. All right, now we're getting ready to go into the swing. Everybody, put that weight in the center of your mat, turn sideways. We find that hinge, let's go. So biggest thing with form here, this is an explosive movement. So naturally, we're gonna get a ton of reps here, but I want you to remember your form. In that squat, you're feeling your quads and your glutes. That's the front of your legs and the glutes. We all know those. This one, you should be feeling the hamstrings. That's the back of the legs. Every time the weight comes down, find that hinge, feel that pull. Good, keep it up. And rest it. Take a deep breath in. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling it already. Where is your heart rate? Hopefully you're in that zone 2, probably that zone 3. If you don't have a watch, try to talk to me right now. Tell me how you're feeling. Go ahead, speak out loud, audibly. We're only able to get out like 4, 5 words before you have to take a deep breath. Good, you're right where you need to be, okay? So, we're gonna continue to build. We got that goblet squat. We got that swing. Our next movement that we're gonna add on afterwards is going to be a dumbbell hip bridge. So, weight is gonna be in your waist. Just squeeze the glutes, lift that weight up, bring it down. But don't drop to the ground yet. Grab that weight, you're on your feet. You know where we start. Let's go for that goblet squat. So breathe. Breathe. So here's the thing. As we are starting to build up this ladder, I want you to focus on your breath. It is okay if you give me less reps. There's gonna be tons of reps in this class. So it's okay if you slow it down in order to keep that range of motion and to keep that form solid. And quick little breather. You know what I want? Put that dumbbell right in the center. We're gonna go for that swing. We find that hinge, we squeeze, we bring it up. Let's go. So again, we just did that squat, and in that squat, we felt those quads. In this swing, let's feel those hamstrings. If you need to, look at Coach Clarence. When I go down, my back stays flat. My hips shoot backwards. Feet stay flat on the ground now. There you go, team. Heart rate is rising. We're in that zone 3. 3 seconds left. And quick little rest. 15 seconds here. Make your way down to the ground. Now, I told you some of these will be body weight movements. If this is a new move for you, feel free to not use the dumbbell. You can just go body weight. But I would like you to try dumbbell in your lap, squeeze, bring it up. So again, if you need to, feel free. Keep the dumbbell on the ground. If you're like Coach Clarence, I'm feeling it, I'm gassed already. Take a deep breath. Just give me body weight right here. Just body weight. Good, but if you can, keep squeezing. We get a full minute of rest at the end of this. Stay with it. Remember, it's not a back arch. Squeeze the glutes. I don't need a high lift. I just need glute engagement. Final one. And rest it up. Full minute of rest here. Take that deep breath in. Big exhale out. It's a lot, right, team? So much. It's so much. What I want you to know, we're almost at the top of this little mountain, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. Our next exercise coming in here. We're gonna start to get the upper body involved with the glute bridges and technically with the swing. We did get a little bit of upper body, but now we're gonna isolate it. So for this next move, we'll stay on the ground. Here's what I'm looking for. Just like you are in the hip bridge, knees bent, feet flat, hold that dumbbell by one of the ends, okay? Make sure that clip is on tight. You're gonna bring it behind you. What's gonna happen is as that weight goes behind you, you're gonna feel those lat muscles. Those are the muscles on the side of your body. Those are our back muscles, our dinner plate muscles. And we're gonna go for that lat pull, all right? But first, you got 5 seconds. Get up, we're going for that squat. You ready? Here we go. Pull the hips back, big squeeze at the top. So again, if you need to, slow it down. That heart rate is already pumping. I know for me during that rest, my heart rate didn't get down all the way to that zone 2 or zone 1. So I'm probably already right back in zone 3 right here. If you need it, slow down the pace, just keep moving. And again, give me that good range of motion. Stay with it. Last one, and rest it up. All right, team, we drop that dumbbell down to the center of the mat. We're going for those swings, finding that hinge. Let's go for it. Good, squeeze. Squeeze it up, bring it down. Feeling those hamstrings. Squeeze the glutes. That press in the glutes is what powers you all the way up. Stay with it. Good work, team. Final 5 seconds. Can you give me 2, maybe 3 more? And rest, rest, rest. Take it down to the ground. Again, you can do this body weight. This is the one move where you can go body weight if you need to, but if you'd like, place that dumbbell in your lap, squeeze the glutes. Here we go. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. Now on this move, I would really recommend that everyone find their pace here. Your heart rate shouldn't go up in this 30-second set. Instead, I want you to think about stabilizing that heart rate. Big exhale every time you lift. Inhale on the way down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, friends, grab that dumbbell, bring it overhead. Again, you just hold it by one of the rubber ends. Try to keep a soft bend in the elbows. We'll let the hands go back right here. Bring it back, big pull up. Take it back. Big pull up. Good job. Breathe it out. Same thing here. Those first 3 exercises, or first 2 exercises, excuse me, that's where our heart rate is climbing. Here, we're just keeping it stable. Focusing on that strength, focusing on those reps. Quality over quantity here. Stay with it. Final few seconds. And rest it up. Whew. Take a deep breath, team. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling lustfully just exhausted. I know we're going for those reps, but I'm feeling exhausted, so I want you to take this 90-second rest right here. Everyone try to take in those deep breaths, big exhales, and bring the heart rate all the way back down. While you're doing that, I got some great news for you all. Are you all ready for this? This is why I do this job. It really is like the philanthropy of my day. We made it to the top. We have no more new exercises coming your way. In fact, I like you so much that we're only gonna do that squat one more time. Now, in honor of Missy Elliott, we are gonna flip it and reverse it. So this time, we're gonna start on the ground. So if you've made your way back to your feet, feel free, come back down to earth with the rest of us. We're gonna start with that lat pull, then we'll go to the hip bridge, then we'll stand. We'll get those swings going in for the final time, get the last set of squats. Now, what I am gonna challenge you all to do, 1, continue working and doing your best. Again, I know reps is in the title, but you are the dictator of how many reps you do. I'm looking for quality over quantity, and most importantly, I'm looking for that heart rate to be high, all right? Secondly, if you'd like new ways to challenge yourself. First, starting with a lat pull. If you want, leave those legs straight up for this lat pull, and every time you come up, add a crunch. Up to you. Here we go. So again, this is an option. You don't have to do it. It might even mess with your rep counting, which is okay because we're focusing on that heart rate anyway. But if you want, add this crunch. If you're like Coach Clarence, you're getting out of hand, you're crazy, just give me the lat pull. To be fair, the lat pull is the new squat. You probably already guessed that if you're intuitive, meaning we're gonna do it a lot. So, take whichever version works for you. Give me one more here. And rest it up. All right, team, we're going for that hip bridge. Here's what I want. If you want to make this a challenge, at the top of the hip bridge, heels come off the ground, reset, bring it down. Try it with me if you want. Squeeze, bring the heels up, drop the heels down, reset. It's still glutes. We're just adding in a little bit of calf as well. We don't worry about the calves enough, mainly because we walk everywhere, so it's fine. But if you don't want that, just give me the glute bridge or the hip bridge. Squeeze the glutes, bring it up. That's all I need. Again, the little raise is optional. Take whichever version works for you. Final one. Good job. Breathe it out. All right, team. Everybody's up on their feet. Listen, we're going for these swings. We don't need any variations here. No variations here. Keep it simple. That dumbbell is on the ground. We find that hinge. Squeeze the glutes to lift the weight. Here we go. Here's how I'll say to challenge yourself here. Push the pace. Can you really start to make that heart rate climb right back into that zone 3, that zone 4 where you were as we were going up the ladder? Keep it going. Squeeze, squeeze, and breathe. There you go, team. Keep it up, keep it up. Final 5 seconds right here. And quick little rest. Team, congratulations. Last time. We're going for those goblet squats. If you want to make this a challenge, I want you to give me a 1 second pause at the bottom. Here we go. If you want, 1 second pause. Another option, up on those tippy toes. Explosive at the top. So 2 different ways to challenge yourself. 1 second hold, or up on those tippy toes. Otherwise, you can just squat it out too. Again, do what's best for you. You got less than 10. Push that heart rate. Can you get back to zone 3? Maybe to zone 4. Stay with it. And breathe. Breathe. All right, I'm gonna tag one of you in. Tagging you in, you come in, you teach the class, because it's getting a little challenging to stay presentable. And do this workout and push myself. But you know what? We're gonna get through it. Good news for you. We're taking away this time. So, as I said, that was our last set of squats. Thank you to the goblet squat. We'll see you next time. Bring it down to the ground. We are starting again. Reverse this time, so we're starting with that lat pull. Keep taking in those deep breaths. Remember, as we take away exercises, same as when we added, the rest is going to get shorter. Before the rest got longer, now that it's a shorter working set, we get a shorter rest, but just know you're getting close to that finish line, okay? Let's grab that weight. Again, option to add the crunch to the toes. Ready? Here we go. Bring it back, pull it up. So again, to reiterate, the options I gave you, these are options. If you've never taken a Coach Clarence class, let me tell you about myself. In high school, I never did extra credit. I should have. It would have made the final year easier with all of the classes I had to retake, but you don't have to take the extra credit either. If the basic move works for you, look where I ended up. I'm doing fine, so will you. Final one, and rest it up. All right, team. Weight goes in our lap, our extra credit here. If you want, squeeze, hold, lift the heels, reset the heels. Let's get it. So again, this is an option. This is the extra credit, that little calf raise. You do not have to take that. Especially if you were someone who was going body weight with the hip bridge, just give me the body weight hip bridge. Again, I don't care how you complete the reps, as long as the reps are quality and they are done well. Keep it up. Try to give me one more. Squeeze it in there, get it in there, and breathe. All right, team. Make it up to your feet. I know I'm excited to hear this. This is our final set of swings. Thank the Lord above and all of his mercy, because I'm over it. But we use this swing. Let's get those heart rates climbing. Here we go. So remember, feel this in the back of the legs. Stay with it. And again, if you want, push that pace. This is an explosive movement. Let's make it explosive by really pushing the pace. There you go, you got this, don't give up. I know you're tired, don't give up, don't give up. Less than 5 seconds right here, stay with it, stay with it. And, Rest it up. Oh, team. Take those deep breaths in. Big exhales out. Deep breaths in. Big exhales out. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna distract you right here. Get a drink of water. Talk to your animals, talk to your kids, your loved ones. Whatever you need to do for the next 30 seconds. These short classes, these 20, 25-minute HIIT classes, I swear, they're harder to me sometimes than the 30 or 40-minute HIIT classes. Some of you are calling me a liar. But I don't know, there's something about a longer HIIT class where you're like, it's like when you know you have to drive somewhere far, you just buckle in. Put on an entire soundtrack or podcast, you know it's gonna be a long time. But when you're like looking for a 20-minute drive and it turns out to be 40 minutes, it feels like forever. That's what these HIIT classes feel like. Anyways, I distracted you long enough. We're down at the bottom. We start with that lat pull. Team, final time through these two exercises. You ready? Let's get it. So the options there, if you want the feet up, take the feet up. I know a lot of us are hitting that breaking point right now, but you know what? None of us are gonna break. We stick with this. Remember who is in control. Who is in control? If you are confused about that, it's you. So if you were tired, just slow it down. Continue to move, but slow it down. Work at a pace that works for you. Good work, team. 3 seconds. Way not to give up. And quick little rest. All right, bring that weight in here. We're going for that hip bridge. Again, the option is there to give me the little calfy raise. If you don't want it, I don't want it. Here we go. Big squeeze, bring it down. Again, this is the one exercise where you can go body weight. If you'd like, drop the weight. Just give me that squeeze. If you feel like, oh, but Coach Clarence, I don't want to. I feel like everyone else has the dumbbell. Maybe just add a 1 second hold at the top. Add some resistance. I promise you, you'll get the same results. Keep it up, team. Stick with it, stick with it. Final one, big squeeze, and rest it up. All right, team, this is a quick 45-second rest. Listen up, listen up, listen up. Obviously, by now, you've gotten what's going on. We have one more exercise, and here's what we're gonna do. I want you to use this exercise to push your heart rate back into that zone 3 or higher. So we're gonna go user's choice. What does that mean? That means you get to decide. We did 4 exercises today. The dumbbell goblet squat, the dumbbell swing, the dumbbell hip bridge, and the dumbbell lat pullover. Choose any of those, or option, we're gonna go burpee. You decide whichever one works for you. Again, this is about heart rate. If you want, I'm gonna do the burpee. If you wanna choose a weighted exercise, you choose. This is user's choice. Team, the finish line's right over there. I'll see you there. Let's go for it. So if you want, I'm going for the burpee, which is new, but I wanna push that heart race. You can give me the squat. You can give me the swing. You can give me the hip bridge. You can give me the lat pull. Whatever you want, just push that heart rate to that zone 3 or higher. We got 10 seconds, team. Stick with it. Stick with it. I won't quit if you don't. Final 5. Stay in it, everyone. Stay in it. Get that last rep in there. And breathe, breathe, breathe. I'm talking to myself, but you can do it as well, too. And then, team, you know what we need. Everyone's on their feet in 5. I know you're tired, but we got 4. We got 3 on your feet. 2, 1. You know the deal, wide stance with those feet. Hands by your side, and team, this time with what? Intention. Give me that big deep breath in. Big exhale out. Drop it down to the floor. Here's what I want. We got 20 seconds. I want you to make your way down. Knees can be bent, legs can be flat. Everyone just places one hand on their chest, one hand on their stomach. Take those deep breaths in. Big exhales out. Again, big deep breath in. Big exhale out. That hand on your chest is feeling that heart rate slow down. That hand on your stomach, it's feeling that stomach fill with air. And then lower as you exhale it out. Continue to breathe and listen, listen, listen. Do me a favor, pull that right knee into your chest. Let that left leg just kind of lay flat. I want you to circle out that right ankle a few times clockwise, a few times counterclockwise. Continue to breathe. Let's pull that right knee out to the right. Nice little hip flexor stretch from all those squats, all those hip bridges. Bring that right knee back to center. Take that right knee to the left now, twisting across the body. Ooh. Whew, feeling it in the glutes, feeling it in the back from the swings or the lat pulls. Bring it back to center. Shake it out. Now let's pull that left knee into our chest. Same thing, circle out that left ankle a few times clockwise, a few times counterclockwise. Hopefully you're still breathing, that heart rate's come down. Pull that left knee out to the left. Feeling that hip flexor. Bring that left knee back to center, pull it to the right. Ooh, my favorite stretch of all time. Feeling that in the back, feeling that in the glute. Bring it back to center. Shake it out, shake it out. Great job, team. Do yourself a favor, roll it over. Take your time. We're gonna go right into that up dog that we did in our warm-up. Feeling that lower back. We had a lot going on, traveling upper to lower body. Even those lat pulls, pressing the ground away from you, keeping your shoulders and your ears separated, but feeling that lower back, feeling that core. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, transition it back. We're going for a nice little child's pose now, just feeling it in the shoulders. We didn't press overhead today, but you can feel this in the lats from the lat pull. You're also gonna feel the shoulders kind of stretch out because we kept that pivot point for our holds in the swing and the squat. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Feel free, you can just stay down here, shake it out, give yourself maybe some cat cows, you know, the up, the down, whatever you need in that spine, but keep that heart rate, keep the breathing going, keep that heart rate coming down nice and slow. Whew, team, way to get through this one. This was a challenging one. I got 2 things for you as always. 1, don't forget to put that weight away. 2, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. You crushed this class. Way to get in here and work hard. Tempo. My name is Coach Clarence, and as always, I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Bye, team.